if I think that the champ is like, from my point of view, it feels like it's the best fit for the team and like the draft or anything, I'll just pick it.
Hi everyone, it's Tom reporting from the LEC Spring Split, and with me is Trymbi, who just won, well, quite a nail-biter of a game against Mad Lions. Trymbi, coming out of that game, what are your first thoughts? Because for the viewer, this was quite a roller coaster.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it looked pretty doomed from the start, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people thought that we already like lost the game like after the early game, but yeah, we managed to win, and yeah, I don't know, like from my point of view, it was just a disaster, right? Especially for me, but
Mm.
yeah, somehow, I mean, not somehow, we were not that. I mean, in game we didn't feel that behind. Obviously, we were, but it felt like we are actually having the tempo and can play the map properly. Maybe we didn't do that much, but
Mm-hmm.
still didn't felt it didn't feel like it was lost at all, like really, even though like even from my point of view maybe it could feel like I just entered right the whole game or some shit, or like, you know, I just made the game quite hard, right, for
Yeah.
my teammates. Then I still knew that we can win like at some point if we play properly, and I can like try to help them out as best as I can.
Yeah, we'll get to your performance a bit later, but I definitely still want to hear more thoughts about that one crucial play, I think, that everybody will always link to this game, which is that Baron fight where Mad Lions is on the Baron. Odoamne finds a flank with the Aatrox. Larsen swoops in with an Orianna ultimate. So can you just walk me through that moment? Because as you said, it looked pretty lost. Mad Lions had Ocean Soul, but you say, well, it didn't feel to us like it was completely lost yet.
Yeah, I mean, we're even looking at the items, we didn't feel like we were that behind. Like for sure, Inspire got like quite a big of a lead on
Mm-hmm.
jungle, and he was like doing fine. Also, I think Hans, even though we just died to V2 right on bot lane, and like we couldn't really perform that much to V2 after this, we still got quite a huge lead on the top side. So, and I think Larsen was doing quite fine with Odoamne, so it was kind of only me being quite behind, but then on support it doesn't really matter if it's not level-wise
Mm-hmm.
behind. So it was, everything felt fine before that fight. Obviously, it's not good that I get caught right before the like situation, but I didn't feel like they will face check that fast,
Mm-hmm.
like just to catch me, and it was like some seconds. So yeah, unlucky I got caught there. Then they started Nash with like the vision control, but we could go through mid as far as I remember, and yeah, Aatrox got really good like engage off, I would say, or like try to catch Ari to make her use ult, which was really good. I think, I mean, after the game, Odo said that he didn't do it as cleanly as he could because he could easily die there. Because I think now
Yeah,
it was
he was
split pool.
almost dead. Yeah, but
Yeah,
in
I mean,
one
he had
hit he
like
healed
3
like
HP, so he had
yeah.
3 HP, so it's
Oh my.
like, and he said that he kind of missed the combo, so he could easily die there if he didn't manage his
Mm-hmm.
combo properly. So it was quite risky, right? But
Yeah.
he made them just go into him, and yeah, we just got that like Aatrox third Q into Orianna Shockwave, which just won the team fight easily.
Yeah, and did you feel from that moment that the game was also won? Was it like, okay, well, we've won this, and from there on, as you say, in terms of gold and itemization, you guys weren't far behind. I was more referring to an Ocean Soul, which is a massive buff, obviously, for Mad Lions to have for the remainder of the game. But after that fight at the Baron, did you guys feel like, okay, well, if we can win this, we're absolutely winning the game?
Well, I mean, during that fight, I was going from mid lane and taking the control ward right after we killed them all, and I just got the control ward and like one random brush, right? So I just got the 30 gold. So I felt kind of like I won, and my team for sure.
You
Uh,
got the 30 gold.
yeah, that's what it is, right? And I had to get anything, so it was still fine. And I mean, after this, like it's really hard for enemy team to just you know try to back to what they were doing before. Cause after this, we got Nash, and we could easily just play the map we wanted,
Mhm.
the way we wanted to. And yeah, even though they had Ocean Drake, it didn't feel like they can abuse it that well. Like their champs didn't feel like they deal that much of consistent damage
Mhm.
or like try to play with the Ocean Drake better. So it didn't feel like the game was lost even before. And after this, I personally knew that it was won, but I didn't feel like it that much, right? Because I was not even a part of the winning team fight. Like I just said some stuff, right? But they were the one doing it. So yeah, I mean, we're for sure on the from the back foot. We just went on the
Yeah.
we just won that, and we knew that it's gonna be a win. I mean, we kind of thought that maybe we can win earlier, but yeah, at the end we just won.
Yeah, you came into this match obviously off the back of a loss against G2, which was a very rough game, and I think everybody on Rogue was disappointed, and I guess rightfully so because it was just not a good game from you guys. But heading into today, was it easy for you guys to shrug that off and focus on the match at hand for Mad Lions? Was it easy for you to do?
Uh, well, I don't think we thought that much about the game against G2. It's like obviously it was really bad to lose in the way we lost because it was more about like I mean they did really well, right? But we also entered in the situations we should never enter, right, as a team, and we just lost out of it. So it is what it is, right? But I didn't think anyone was thinking about it. Like even me, if I was for sure. I didn't play like the best Morgana game of my life yesterday, but I didn't feel like I played it that bad as well. Like I thought that I did the things that I had to do, and I could do some stuff better, obviously, or like try to just play it out better. But it is what it is, right? Like you
Yeah.
cannot play perfectly all the time, and yeah, we just lost, and we didn't really think about
Yeah.
it at all. I feel like. But yeah, obviously the early game kind of made us. Maybe some people, might have back to that G2 game. But yeah, we
Yes.
were trying. We were for sure trying to get back to this game, and we knew that we can get it. But it was for sure hard after what happened.
Yeah, yeah, but it's good that in the end you are able to shrug it off. It still counts as only one game in the total score overall. So with that in mind, obviously it's a bit easier perhaps to focus. Now, I alluded to this earlier, and I also want to talk about your personal growth because heading into this split, obviously you said you wanted to, you had a lot to prove. You wanted to really prove that you are worthy of being on Rogue and being in the LEC, and I've always felt whenever I see interviews with you that you put a lot of pressure on yourself in the same way that I feel that with maybe someone like Elyoya on Mad Lions, who also puts a lot of pressure on himself to perform, which is good because that makes you perform as well. But looking at your split, do you think that you have proven to yourself, I think to many people you will have, but to yourself that you are worthy of being in Rogue?
Um, well, I mean, after this week, not like it's hard to talk. Like I'll be honest, like it's just
Okay.
hard to talk about such stuff. But I think I had good games and I had bad games, obviously, at the Rogue, and I'm kind of a person that thinks more about like the bad games, right? So I could say that I didn't prove myself, but I think I kind of did. It's not like I tried as a rookie to fill into the like form the team needed and like how they want to play as a team and we want to play as a team overall. And I don't I would say that I was trying to do the things that I was learning all the time and I was doing it just like this week for example was something that just happened, right? And we didn't play the best League of Legends as a team and individually, for example me. So yeah, like this happens, but as for sure would be nicer to talk about such stuff when we can, I don't know, get better week of next week, right? And try to get maybe 3 wins or like just play well, right? And try to show that we can actually dominate other teams. So yeah, I don't know how to exactly
Okay.
answer to
Well,
this
well,
because it's
let me
just hard.
ask.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
let me ask something else then, because obviously when you like when you play with Rogue during the split, you're gonna grow a lot as a player, and I think that is something you must have noticed at least that you've grown a lot
no,
as a player. So can you tell me more about this growth and that you've experienced? How has it been for you so far to play here, and do you think you've like really reached these super high new levels as a player?
well, for sure, I understand much more than I used to, and I try to implement in the games that we do. For sure, in scrims, it feels like we're just becoming a better better team every day. Like maybe sometimes we like every team has like maybe some rough scrims, etc. But I feel like we're trying to implement stuff that we are talking and learning about or at least I'm learning, because obviously my team is like is consisting of really good players, right,
Mm-hmm.
and the ones that are experienced. So I'm for sure trying to learn as much as I can, and I feel like I'm implementing a lot of stuff that I was never thinking about before. So I feel that I'm a much more experienced person than I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I just need, like at this point, I just feel like I need to find a balance between still being the player that I was, right, from
Mm-hmm.
from ERLs, and just trying to implement all the stuff with it, instead of just like trying to be the best at this and this, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously right now it's gonna be hard for me as a rookie just to be the like it's really hard to be the best player, right, like
Yeah.
on your role, if you're, especially when you're just learning new stuff and everything. So I'm just trying to find out what I have to do the best in order for my team to perform the best. So I just want to be a filler that like will help them out, like just play the way we want to play, like. And I think that I was doing it now. I was doing it quite well, like before, and like now, even now, like sometimes I just think I'm doing the stuff that I wouldn't do before. So I'm glad about it,
Mm-hmm.
but still there is room to improve, right? And yeah,
Okay.
for
Yeah.
sure these games can show that we have, and I have stuff to improve on.
Well, I think you've grown a lot so far, and I think that's something that many people have pointed out. Especially after, I guess, like maybe a few rough first weeks, but since you have adapted pretty well, and especially on your engage, I think you're the highest rated support player when it comes to helping with the first blood. In terms of percentages, not entirely sure how this is after this week, but heading into the week this was, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So a final question, because we are running out of time, is that you, I think, also are still the player with, like, across the board, across all roles, with the most varied champions. So how much larger can this champion pool be of yours? Because we've seen you play virtually everything that everybody else has played. So how much else do you still have to show?
Uh, I don't. It feels like I showed a lot, but I mean, it's. I can just say that I have like a really big champion pool or something. But I just want to try to perform on these champs as well as I can, and obviously it will be hard to perform on I don't know, like 20 champs, at your high, like at the highest level, because it's just hard, because you need to play the champ like
Mm-hmm.
specifically a lot just to get on the like highest possible level and try to perform well. So, I mean, I'm not like so proud that I played like, I don't know, 11, 12, I don't know how many champs I played, and I kind of don't care, I'll be honest. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, if I think that the champ is like, from my point of view, it feels like it's the best fit for the team and like the draft or anything, I'll just pick it. It's not like I care if I played it that much or not. Like there are times that I kind of first timed it, and like not on stage, kind of, right? Like, but I was playing them before, like I used to play such champs, and it's not like I can play only several champs. Like maybe there are games that it felt like I was kind of first timing, and maybe I did it right, but I think sometimes it's just the best way to win, if like
Trial
it
by
just from
fire.
the just try to, like, in draft it just feels so good, to pick the champs that you might not think about, but they're just good there, and even though
Mm-hmm.
you didn't play them that much like recently or anything, they're just good. And if I feel comfortable enough to suggest such champs, then I should be comfortable enough to play them. And I kind of feel so. Maybe sometimes it's just not like I'll play mechanically the best, and I'll think about the stuff mechanically that some OTPs do, right? But I try
Yeah.
to make 100% use of the champion. Uh, I think I was doing it for most of the games, for sure. I feel like I was trying to make use of the chance that I was given and try to show that they're really useful. Like even yesterday's Morgana, even though the game was looked lost right after
Mm-hmm.
early game, like it just looked lost, and it kind of felt like it, right? Because we couldn't do much on the map. I still think I was trying to implement stuff that I have to do and try to put like some effort in order to like win team fights, like try to get some picks, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard, but I don't know. Like I had to make use of the champ. I didn't want to pick. I don't want to just pick champ, then lose and feel like
Yeah.
I would just not play it
You
because
don't
I
want to
first
limit
timed, or like,
yourself by what you
yeah,
know, but just keep the options open. Say, well, if this is the best option, then let's go for it.
yeah.
Well,
And
Oh,
there are for sure champs, sorry, but there are for sure champs that I can still play and didn't
Mhm.
show. But it's just, I mean, we're for sure practicing some champs that we didn't show yet, and it's not like, I mean, I want to make enemy team scared that right, that I can play like different champs. I don't think much people care, right? Like if they are good on the champs, they don't really care about counter picks or any
Yeah.
like weird things that I can pick. But I don't know. I feel comfortable to pick such things, like the weirdest possible options if I feel comfortable with it. And I don't know. My enemy team might go mental just because I pick something like this, and my team will just have fun because I will just pick weird champ, but I will know how to play it, and yeah, I will show that we can actually make use of it and win with due to that.
All right, Trymbi, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm looking forward to seeing what other champions you are. Well, maybe gonna first time, or maybe those you have practiced
Yeah, I really hope
more.
that I will not first time champs,
No,
but it can happen. Like
it can happen. It
like
can happen.
it
Keep
is
your options
it
open,
is what
right?
it is.
Keep
Yeah,
your options open. All right, maybe we'll see a sign as well from you in the bot lane. Who knows? Stuff like this can
maybe
happen.
something else even. Like
Maybe
it's
something
not
else.
it's not that limited.
All right, Trymbi, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.